welcome to another review segment. So today I am reviewing the Dark Prophecy, which is book 2 in the Trials of Apollo series, by Rick Riordan. And so I'm going to point out right now that this is actually the first time that I've read one of his mythology books, or basically any book that's like considered juvenile fiction instead of young adult fiction in like 2.5-3 years. This is like the first time. So I actually read The Hidden Oracle, which was book 1, right after it came out, and then I started reading Cassandra Clare, and then I wanted to catch up on all of those, and things happen, school, work, etc. And so, like, over that time span, I've done nothing but basically read Cassandra Clare. But now that I've caught up with those, I wanted to come back, and I honestly missed these novels quite a bit, and I didn't realize I had missed them that much. They're a lot easier to read than the young adult fiction, probably because, you know, it is written with younger audiences in mind, so, you know, larger words that, you know, I may not understand or whatever, they're not as present. But honestly, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel going back to juvenile fiction after young adult fiction, because I've definitely grown very used to how Cassandra Clare has written her books, and the situations and themes that are in those. But I am actually really enjoying it. And so this book is the second in the Trials of Apollo series, which is the third series set in the Percy Jackson Greek and Roman gods universe. And it basically follows Apollo after one of his many mistakes, where he is sentenced to live on Earth as a mortal by Zeus. And it's a fast-paced, humorous, adventurous, action-filled novel. I really do like these types of novels, and being introduced to characters new and old are definitely something that I have enjoyed in this novel. If I don't think I've mentioned it in a video before, Apollo, I've taken the a lot of the online tests for the Percy Jackson universe, and I originally thought that I would end up being Athena, but actually pretty much all of them that I've taken has placed me in cabin 7, which is meaning that Apollo is my godly parent. At first I was like, I don't know about this, but I'll accept it. I mean, because I really enjoy Artemis, but if you know your mythology and you've read these books, and you know she's a maiden goddess, so she doesn't have kids. So I mean, Apollo is as close as you can get to that. And I do have traits like I do archery, and I do tend to like just randomly spit out jokes at terrible times. So at first I was a little disappointed, but, you know, now I accept it. You know, I'm cabin 7. I'm a child of Apollo. It's okay. So a spoiler part of this book that I'm going to mention that I'm going to do spoilers, right quickly without giving away too much, is, you know, at the end of this book, my favorite character, or sorry, he's not my absolute favorite character, because it's really hard to pick one out of the Percy Jackson universe, but one of the first characters that I really ended up liking in the Percy Jackson universe, which was Grover Underwood, he shows up at the end of this one, and I was sitting there like, oh shoot, I cannot wait to start reading the next book, because if he's gonna be a reoccurring character in this, I'm okay with this. I love Grover so much. I can't even begin to explain how much I just enjoy Grover as a character. And like, you know, one of the first characters we're introduced to in Percy Jackson and the Olympians, you know, I've kind of held on to him as like a favorite character for a long time. But it's really fun to see other characters that we've seen in the past, like Leo Valdez and Calypso, throughout this book. Really entertaining. I really liked it. So my final rating is 4 stars. Obviously, because there are a few points in the book that I was finding a little difficult to get past, you know, a little lengthy. But other than that, you know, characters amazing, plot line's great, the flow's awesome. The story definitely flows well. I do recommend it. So I want to get more involved with those that are watching any of these videos that I actually am putting up. So if you're watching this video and you like the Percy Jackson universe and you've taken the online test or whatever, I want to know who is your godly parent. Please, please, please leave a comment. And yeah, so do I recommend? Yes, but only if you've read the first novel, because this isn't a series. I think it's going to be 5 books. There are currently 4 out, and I think there's 1 more coming. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so definitely I recommend this series. If you want to understand the characters and everything in it, if you haven't already read it yet, you need to read Percy Jackson and the Olympians and the Heroes of Olympus. They're awesome. Really, really good. And then if you're interested in other mythologies, Magnus Jason, the Gods of Asgard is really good, and the Kane Chronicles is excellent. The author really knows how to write these mythologies in a way that is definitely captivating, because in school I was never a person that liked the Greek mythology stuff, but this actually made it fun. So yeah, that's my review. I recommend this book and all the others before it. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And as I mentioned in my other review videos, I do have a Bookstagram where I post a lot of my bookish stuff, and that is optiprimecosplay. And then I will leave a link to my social medias in the description. I'm gonna try to work on like getting on my computer or something and getting onto my Linktree, which I post in the description, that has all my links, and adding my Bookstagram to those links so that it's easier to find. But in the meantime, it's optiprimecosplay. And yeah, thanks so much for watching and hearing me ramble on about yet another one of my books and one of my fandoms. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.